Pro-Israel defenders are so deluded that they genuinely believe that Palestinians and Palestinian children in general are taught from a very young age to hate Israelis, to hate Israel. And it's so fascinating because do you really believe that it's the material they're learning in school that's making them hate Israel and not the fact that Israel bombed their school? Like, think a little. And pro-Israel people are beyond just cruel, they're just ahistorical. They will genuinely try to argue that the foundational violence on which the political system and their political project in the context of the creation of the State of Israel is justified because the Mufti supposedly orchestrated the Holocaust. And it's so abhorrent to say that, not only because it's completely ahistorical and just a red herring to blame the entire Palestinian people for the actions of one Mufti who was appointed in British-mandated Palestine, but also Palestinians fought against the Germans in World War II. I think it's also interesting to point out that every time there's a Israel-Palestine debate, it always seems like on the Palestinian side, you have a man who's dedicated his entire life and who's written extensively on the topic. And on the Zionist side, you have a delusional freak. And we see this not only, for example, in Norman Finkelstein versus Rabbi Shmuley or in Norman Finkelstein versus Destiny. And I'd like to think that it's just that there's inherent stupidity on the pro-Israel side because it requires immense amounts of cruelty and lack of knowledge. But with further thought, I think it's a prerequisite to support Israel, because the more you know, the more you educate yourself on the topic, the less feasible it is to support this unless you are a delusional psychopath. And take, for example, Benny Morris, who's a very educated man and who supports the State of Israel. In his extensive work, he's come to the conclusion that in the foundation of the State of Israel, there was ethnic displacement, but he just thinks that's cool. Although incredibly deplorable and a testament to the cruelty of the State of Israel, what's happening with the Flotilla, what they did when they kidnapped foreign nationals, some of them ministers, it's not unprecedented. There was a blueprint in 2010 with the Turkish Flotilla, the Mavi Marmara. Look it up. They are willing to stop at nothing, not even delivering humanitarian aid to starving children in Gaza. So China just developed a bone glue which can fix broken bones in like 3.7 seconds with no surgery required. Meanwhile, the United States is gutting every regulatory body, giving measles to their citizens, making Jubilee videos, and telling people that Tylenol is giving them autism. You know, I think Trump is proudly embracing the American century of humiliation.